Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night at the Wausau Curling Club, the 2021 Mixed Doubles National Championship. Tonight we have a semifinal play-in between Persinger and PLYS versus GEVING and VIOLETTE. Back. We're in our semifinal play-in game. Persinger PLYS versus GEVING and VIOLETTE. I'm in the broadcast booth. Joining me over in the player area is Dean Gemmel.
Hi, Joel. I am excellent. We are ready here for this first championship round action, and we've got another great look at downtown Wausau, even though in the bubble we can't get there. But, boy, it looks like something, doesn't it?
They got some good food down there. We went down there when we were setting up before this a few weeks ago. Well,
I'm joined here by another person in the bubble, Christine McMakin, the 2016 and 2017 U.S. Junior Champion. Christine, welcome to the webcast.
Howdy. Thanks for having me.
So Christine is here to provide some expert commentary, some insight into what she experienced during her play here. And she's getting ready to compete in next week's Women's Nationals with her team of Jackie Lemke, Jenna Bercheski, Maya Willertz, and Nicole Prohaska. So we might talk a little bit about that as well. But let's start here on sheet one, or first end on sheet two, because we skipped sheet one. But so we've got Aileen GEVING versus and Luke VIOLETTE against Chris PLYS and Vicky PERSINGER. PLYS and PERSINGER won the hammer with the last shot draw. In the round robin play, Luke VIOLETTE and Aileen GEVING were 5-0. They beat Richie Ruin and Jamie Sinclair in the last game in that pool play. PERSINGER and PLYS were 4-1. So that gave VIOLETTE choice of rocks. Here's the first shot from Aileen GEVING down the sheet as we get started.
Line's a little tight, but we're by though, we're by. Just top four.
One of the interesting things here, Christine, you are a former U.S. Junior Champion. There are a lot of Junior Championship winners on the ice here tonight. We've got Chris PLYS, was a four-time U.S. Junior Champ and once a World Junior Champ. Vicky PERSINGER won a Junior Championship. Aileen GEVING won 2 Junior Championships, and Luke VIOLETTE won 5 Junior Championships, including 3 at third with Andrew Stopera, who's also playing on another sheet right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of us out there, for sure.
That's a lot of junior curling hardware.
That's really good, honestly, for the country that, we've got all these athletes that are starting the sport young and continuing to play. Luke and I are the same age. Andrew's only a year older than me, so yeah, I have a lot of really young, great athletes coming up in the sport right now that played competitively in juniors.
So with 2 shots played, Aileen GEVING plays the shot to the top of the button. Vicky PERSINGER makes the corner freeze on it. Here comes Luke VIOLETTE with his first.
17.
Few things about mixed doubles if you're new to the format, if you haven't seen it a lot. It is quite different than traditional curling. Starts with the fact that it's doubles, so the players, 2-player teams. Each team has 6 rocks, but one of those rocks is set in play at the start of the end, either as a guard or in the rings. Each team throws 5 rocks throughout an end. They deliver 5 rocks. One player throws rocks 1 and 5. The other, their teammate will throw rocks 2, 3, and 4. Typically, every team here, we're seeing the women throw 1 and 5, and the men throw 2, 3, and 4. They can alternate throughout a game. That was one idea they had early with this. It's still allowed. You don't see many teams alternate the the throwing order,
Line's
though.
good. Well, it's got a curl. Got a curl.
To one other thing they introduced prior to the last Olympic Games is the power play. So each team in one end, when they have last rock, can elect to have, instead of a center guard, place a corner guard with the other rock in the rings behind the corner guard. You'll see that used by each team at once during this game, probably. Teams like to save it towards the latter part of the game.
I think you got to go a little off.
What do you think of the power play, Christine?
I think that there are two situations when teams really utilize the power play. The first situation is when you really, really need a score. So that's when you're down in points and you just need to change some momentum, get back on the scoreboard. That's when you'll see teams use their power play in that way. And then the other situation that you'll see teams use the power play is to get any score, just make sure that they score. So that's when they're up in points and they just want to make sure that they have an open house to draw for one even.
You'll see
Usually
teams
playing
use
that
the
in the
power
set
play.
play is to make sure that they get any score, just make sure that they score. So
Yeah,
that's
as
when
a
they're
defensive
up in
move, it's
points.
actually probably more effective, but certainly something you can use to generate offense when you need it. But we do see teams use it when they're trying to protect a lead as well, making sure they score at least one. So Luke Violette with the double over the top there after Chris PLYS left it on the corner.
I think we're there.
Yep, line.
Back 4.
Yep.
Chris PLYS
Back 8.
plays third currently in men's for John Schuster's team.
Okay, line's
They
good
just
now.
qualified the United States for the Olympic Games in men's play at the in the bubble played in Calgary, the Men's World Championship.
Hey.
That's a little stronger than Chris would like, and deep.
No. His was a 3-7,
And
but
one
he
thing
got
to mention
inside
is
that line with.
there are 4 Olympic trial spots coming out of this event.
Yeah.
Yes, every
Yeah.
team that makes the semifinals here earns
I
a
think
spot
just
into the Olympic trials. And some people, as I mentioned in an earlier webcast, might wonder why USA Curling has gone to such efforts to run this. Well, one big reason is there are Olympic trial
95,
spots
I
up for
like it.
grabs that need to be settled before next
Oh,
season,
Yeah, we're there.
when hopefully we're back to curling in some sort of normal fashion.
Weight's
This
good.
looks like it's got a long way to curl. Aileen thought it was heavy out of Luke's hand, but it's starting to finish. Should finish
We're
hard
there.
here if
Weight's
the weight's
there,
coming
weight's there.
off. Still a tiny bit heavy.
Good shot.
Pretty nice.
What a broomer sweep.
Sweep.
Okay.
So the winner of this game would advance to the semifinal and
I get
earn
the
a
triple
spot
and
into
stay.
the Olympic trials.
Yeah.
Correct.
You hit it really good.
And there is,
There's actually 2 games out on the ice
Yes.
right now that will qualify teams to for an
we're
Olympic
throwing
trial spot.
6,
So
right?
sheets 2 and 4 both qualify a team. The winner will
normal?
win a spot to the Olympic
so. I think
trials.
it'll move a
So
little
sheet
bit.
2, that is our feature sheet today. That's Eileen Geving and Luke Violette versus Chris PLYS and Vicky Persinger. Sheet 4 is Andrew Stapera and Madison Bear versus Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith. The winners of these 2 games tonight will win a spot to Omaha in November.
listen to Christine McMakin doing the housekeeping here. I love it. It's going to move it far enough.
Actually, the Olympic
Listen to
trials,
Christine McMakin doing the housekeeping here. I love it.
California.
In
Oh, they
Anaheim.
are.
Yes, that's
Okay.
true.
Men's and women's national.
move it far
Men's and
enough.
Women's Olympic trials
Yeah, and I
are
think
in
I have to
Omaha.
throw less
Sure.
than my first.
Mixed doubles are in Irving, California.
Irvine, yes.
Irvine, yeah.
Yeah.
And, so here with last stone of the end, Aileen Geving. She's facing 2 after Chris PLYS made that double. She's trying to draw. She needs a little piece of the button would do it. She's going to throw the in turn. Nope, she's throwing the out turn, sorry. It's hard to tell without a broom.
I don't think you can hurt it. Line's okay, got room. Got room. But stay straight. Stay straight. Do you need help?
Sounds like the line's okay, but Luke is working it hard.
Worried.
Aileen's going to join him. Looks like it's really, they've got to go on it. And I don't think that's going to get there. And that is going to be an opening steal of 2.
I thought that would get there.
Oh, sorry,
for
hammer's
ya,
coming,
yep.
yes.
Draw hammer
Good-
for
good
free.
catch.
400. I don't know. I think that's pretty good.
You know, I didn't get a coffee between games there, so I'll be sharper as I go on, though, I swear. So now it's a draw for 3 for Persinger PLYS.
Is money.
Little soft, little tight.
Ooh, Chris was on this one pretty early.
It's on out of hand.
Just keeping it moving.
It looks not terrible, but I don't know if it's going to make it either. So maybe 2 missed draws to get us underway here, but
2.
so possibility for 3, but it ends up being 2 for Chris PLYS and Vicky Persinger against GEVING VIOLETTE. So they will take a 2-0 lead into the second end. GEVING and VIOLETTE will have hammer when we get back. I don't know if I can see you.
Yeah, what do you need to do to get that back? What?
Do you or someone you know use a wheelchair and want to try curling? Many clubs around the country are accessible and have
How
instructors
about if
who
you
are
just
trained
give
to
me
teach
3
wheelchair
seconds till, or
Click
2
Try
seconds
Curling
till
at
we're back.
usacurl.org
'Cause I
to
can't
find the
see you,
club
I don't
nearest
think.
you.
Yeah. Okay. The long shot. I'm looking at
The overhead.
Okay, the overhead, because I see a long shot now.
Those are the side shot.
Whatever, fellas. And we are back here in the second end of the 2021 Mixed Doubles Nationals. This is a game for to send a team to the semifinal and earn a spot in the Olympic trials. First end, Chris Persinger and Vicky PLYS scored 2.
Close.
Chris Persinger, yes. Chris Persinger and Vicky PLYS. That's a new thing that's happened here at the mixed doubles. People are going to change their surnames just to add confusion.
It's a full mixed
I think we're
team.
there.
Just
I
mix everything up.
keep calling
Starting to curl pretty hard
Ben
here.
Richardson
line.
and
Are we
Jen
by the guard?
Wojcicki. I keep
Gotta
calling
go.
that team
Okay, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Jen and Benna. I
Well,
can't stop.
That would be good. I think one thing we need with mixed doubles maybe going forward is to have actual team names instead of the double
Shot.
name, which is a nightmare for someone like me. We should just have team names and go with those.
I think we should go like Europe and do sponsors. Your
Sponsor
core
names
sponsors
only.
is
Yes.
your name.
Yes. So just to recap then, GEVING VIOLETTE down by 2 to Persinger PLYS. Here comes the first shot for GEVING VIOLETTE from Aileen GEVING.
Doesn't feel like that much. Okay, well then. It's gotta curl.
Vicky shot probably a little deeper than she would have
Still gotta
liked.
go.
Luke's thinking this is maybe a little heavy too. I heard him say back 8.
Lots of curling to do.
Has
Not
to
really.
move a long way, so I'm guessing it's heavy. Yes, it looks like it's going to be back ring at least. So, an opening miss there for Aileen GEVING. Just a little strong. This ice is very weight sensitive. A little bit of extra weight, you won't get the curl you expect.
To it.
Yeah.
Chris PLYS trying to lock one on here with the intern.
Yeah, I think this is something that is like absolutely crucially important in mixed doubles. Is that was a miss. Like Eileen's rock that came heavy. That was a
Line's
miss,
tight.
and Chris right now needs to capitalize on that.
Hard
and
line.
that is really important in mixed doubles. Is make
Hard
after
Vic.
miss and your make after miss percentage.
Okay, whoa.
The team with the higher make after miss percentage wins every game.
Yeah, and it's really, I mean, with only 5 thrown rocks, 2 misses in a row
Yeah.
is pretty deadly. I mean, that's
Oh, for
deadly in
sure.
traditional curling as
Maybe
well
get-
at a high level, but it seems especially
Like
difficult to
here?
come back from because you don't have many rocks left in the end. So, what were some of the other things that you found challenging playing mixed doubles this week, Christine?
This week, I mean,
Yep.
besides the fact that Fargo was out of ice in March.
That makes it challenging.
Yeah, a little challenging. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, you
okay.
know, I came to the cities and practiced and that kind
Okay.
of stuff, but I would say that. You know, just adjusting to life in the bubble, too. You know, we're not allowed to go anywhere. Trying to stay active mentally as well. You know, just going to the club and curling, coming
leave it
back
in
and
the pin.
eating, taking a
Otherwise,
nap.
I hate to give 'em something they can
It's
smash
it's a
everything.
lot when you can't break it up with anything else. So I think that was kind of one of the bigger struggles that Riley and I had was how to not mentally fatigue ourselves with so much curling, really.
Yeah, as someone who came into
that
bubble
same
life
split
on Thursday, I can understand that. It's I think USA Curling has done a great job of managing this whole endeavor. It's not easy. There's a lot of COVID protocols in place. Athletes have been great about following them, but it's essentially
Got a lot of room right now.
you're coming in one door, the same door in the
A
curling
lot of room
club,
right now.
what's called the green
A lot of
zone.
room.
We're in the green zone right now. You stay in the green zone. Our hotel is a green
Go.
zone. And you don't,
go,
there's
go,
not
go, go,
the
go, go,
typical
go.
socializing or anything like that you'd see at a curling event.
Okay.
Then there's the red zone where our production team and Joel are located in the red zone.
Like this?
Yeah,
That's
we're
what-
over in the red zone here with
I mean, you could,
some
because you could do it either way.
officials, some
Like,
timers, the
try
ice
this,
crew,
and if it rubs.
and broadcast crew. We've got
Right.
our own Airbnb that we're staying
Right.
at, so we're not coming in
Like
contact
here?
with the athletes or inside the bubble or the hotel that they're in. So
And
we're
you
in
know-
our own one over here.
And you know what I do enjoy about it, Joel, is that I don't have to spend any time really with you or Brian. So that has been a real advantage to the bubble for me. So
You know, it's
I'm not
the
so
little,
sure we shouldn't just keep this in place going forward.
It's the little joys you got to find in this, right? You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, really, it's been I'm not overstating it here, but yeah, no, it's been great. So no, it's lonely in the bubble, and I'm not curling, and you know, but here comes Luke Violette throwing some big weight.
Hard, yep.
He really wants to rearrange the rings here. Makes the double.
That's a nice shot.
Was a nice shot. Persinger PLYS still
Love it, but
lying one.
This too.
Let's hear what they're talking about.
Just makes the pocket a little bigger.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing.
I mean, nose is really good, right? Let's just play this.
Okay.
Let's roll to center. If I hit it down in the nose, the double goes.
Yeah,
I think I still like throwing it like kind of soft though.
I do too. Like control.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're maybe talking just a down weight hit, and they want to flop a little bit
God,
to the
makes me
inside
nervous,
just so that they
like,
don't leave a nose
I
double
mean, truly, we
back.
can roll this thing all the way behind the red.
Yeah, we can.
Well,
Right,
it sounds
even
like
if
they
they're,
want a long roll
taking, like,
all the
2
way
inches
over to
off.
the red.
Okay, his did curl.
I think
a
they
little
could just
Yeah.
roll edge to edge would be pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
Or even show half.
Because you know that if you roll all the way over to the long red, you know, Luke and Eileen are just coming right down to
Whoa,
the one
off,
on the-
off,
on
off,
the
off.
button.
I thought I heard Chris say nose wasn't terrible,
Curl.
so but now it's got
Hard,
to move.
Nick!
Oh, this
Hard,
is
Vicky,
No, he's
come on!
close to
this might
nose.
be not good.
Okay.
Not the way he wanted, not the result he wanted. He didn't really want to remove his own stone, of course.
That's another thing that's really tough with mixed doubles that I find is
Right.
overthrowing.
Yeah, then they just come around
And I'm not saying that Chris overthrew that at all,
Right.
but taking the extra inch of broom, throwing just a little extra weight on, you know, draws, hits, whatever, because you only have one sweeper. Or sometimes, you know, they hold stick and
I
you
don't
have
mind
you're
that.
running
I
and
mean,
you're
if you-
chasing after it, trying to sweep it, and you just give it that little extra bit that you don't really need, and stuff like this happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you have to work through a few more mental gymnastics in this when you're throwing than when you might. In order to convince yourself to throw the rock with conviction, right? I mean, when
Absolutely.
you're playing well in the traditional game, you're throwing the rock with conviction, and there are a few other factors in mixed doubles that make that a little more mentally
Because you know it
challenging
doesn't
to
get
do.
to the button until so late. Maybe even a little less, yeah.
So I think
the guy
Luke is
below
playing the
over.
straight draw here.
Yeah, sitting 1-2.
Okay.
I would imagine
I like
that Vicky and Chris will take if that red stone remains there, they'll take a good look at making them play with it. Doesn't have to be perfect to probably get them out of an end here.
Feels all there. We're back house. Coming down.
Got some curling to do.
It's coming down.
Well, he lies 3, but this angle tap that I talked about is definitely there.
Yep.
I don't know, did they really look at just at removing that? Just the shot that Chris tried.
I think we want to play with like back four, back.
You know,
I
they-
didn't hear them talk about it at all, but that was definitely an option. He must have just thought that the draw was maybe easier.
Yeah,
I
it took
mean,
a little bit more than
maybe he
that.
was worried that Chris's just ran in that spot and he didn't want to do the same thing and run it back
No,
onto
they
his
can
own
tap
yellow.
it all the way under.
'Cause
Anywhere
I think
high.
even if he makes that draw perfectly, they're probably still playing the shot.
Like a
Oh,
90?
absolutely, all day.
I don't think they have much else. You could have taken it away, and then I guess
Find a
the only thing is
curl
if you
a
take it
little
away,
more
they have the same
I think
shot
so.
with the red on the other side. So that might have been factored into the decision making. The red on the left could have easily been tapped in as well. So big shot here for Vicky Persinger. Facing 3 needs a good tap. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be decent.
Go if you have to.
Yep, line.
Yep. Hard line.
Oh, this is
This
curling.
is curling hard.
Hard!
They definitely don't want to hit the low side of it. I think it's mainly light. And I think
Yeah, I kind of like wait and just take the.
I believe this is a hit for 4.
Not quite sure
Not
if
quite
that
four, I
top one
can't quite
or
tell.
the back one is.
Yeah, I don't have a good look at it, but
I don't even mind a 9. I'd just rather take that factor out and.
It's a tough
Play it
sell
tight,
right
'cause
now.
I think you can
I'd
hold
probably
it, you know?
measure, mostly because I don't want it to be 4. If it was me playing, I wouldn't want it to be 4. No, let's
Yep.
measure.
I'd say they're drawing for. They're playing for 4. They're hitting for 4.
Yeah, I think they are. Either way, big end coming here.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Clean, yep.
clean, calling clean, which is always encouraging if that's your shot. So there's the hit. They might chip it just a bit, but fine. So we'll see if it's a 3 or 4. They're going to look at it. Chris PLYS back and forth. And it looks like they're going to measure. We're going to have a look in over at Bear Stopera against Kim Rime and Jason Smith. Andrew Stopera and Madison Bear are up 2-0. They're playing the second end. Looks like they elected not to measure. So I would guess that that is now a score of 4-2 GEVING VIOLETTE. We'll look in over on sheet 4. The winner of this game also goes directly to semifinals and earns a spot in the trials. And it looks as though Jason Smith and Kim Rime are facing a draw for 2. We're looking at a draw for 2. Trying to get the side of the lid here, I think. They have to get the side of the button. Little piece of the button, a little extra half of the button.
It's like close to 14 half on this path.
I think you can throw me. I think you can throw me 95, and we'll get it there.
Okay.
90, 95.
Okay.
Rock is on its way. We're looking at the rocks in the
there plenty of
rings.
room?
But
Yeah.
as we're on the side of the
Where is
sheet, I'll
it?
tell you the rock is making its way down the house.
Where is
down
it?
towards the house.
Lots of room.
Here
lots
comes
of
Jason.
room.
They're
Curl
saying
side
lots
only.
of room. Sounds like it's got
Curl
a
side
curl
only.
lead. She does have to get a good chunk
Gotta
of the
curl
button.
quite a bit.
This is radio
Curl,
curling,
curl,
but it's
curl,
going to
curl,
stop
curl.
being radio curling right now, folks. Here we come. It's a little heavy and a little wide. So that'll be 1 yellow over on sheet 4. So Bear Stopera, that game is now 2-1 for Bear Stopera. In our feature match, it's 4-2. GEVING VIOLETTE against Persinger and PLYS. We're back to that matchup right here. I know the scoreboard says 2-0. It's 4-2.
95, I
GEVING
think I could go on
Violette
it. It was pretty soft.
over
Yep.
Persinger PLYS.
Line's good though. Got room. Lots of room. Lots of room.
Just a second here, folks. We're gonna have some technical difficulties with the stream. No problem.
We'll give you an update from what we can see here. Yeah, the
Sorry, just misswept it.
No, that's
Gotta
all right.
bring it back at that
Ailing
point.
GEVING freezing on the
It's
rock
still
at the back of the
almost
I think,
forefoot.
yeah, and I think you're more like a 90.
Overswept a little bit by Luke Violette. He admitted that, but not a bad result. When the rock did used to be placed at the back of the button, people always locked right on. But I think now, Christine, where would you prefer that first one? Locked on or a little higher?
You know, I find that it actually depends on the score.
Good point.
If you have hammer or not. More often than not,
Finish
if you
it if
don't
you
have
can.
hammer,
all the way
more
over.
often
Yep, all
than
the way
not, if
over.
I don't have hammer, I'm welding
though, no bump.
the rock, welding the rock
Yep,
onto
yep.
the back one. But if you do have hammer, top button is the shot. Because if they
Yeah, I think I
weld
like the
and
out.
you weld
Okay.
right back onto them, then you're forced to one pretty much.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a 410.
Excellent breakdown right there. Two good shots here. Vicky Persinger welded hers as well.
19.
Yep.
How's the line?
That's Sean
Line's good.
Baton, coach of Persinger
I think I can go all the
PLYS,
way, though.
in behind there
Yep.
wearing a mustache mask.
Gotta go.
We should note that is a fake mustache he has over his hat.
Right. It is a. I think it's actually an N95 mustache mask.
Keep going, keep
They're
going.
hot sellers.
It's not bad.
So Luke
Stuck in the rut to the
leaves
other
that
end,
a little bit short.
At
Luke
least that one's
Violette.
not going anywhere
Right,
anytime
that's
soon.
what I
Chris
was
PLYS with his first at
Lock
the
on
end.
the nose bars were 1 and 2.
Just one.
No? Okay.
Kind of got to unlock them.
Yeah, so you just heard
Always
Vicky
back
say
8
that they
foot.
really need to
Back
unlock
four,
those
in.
rocks back there now, and they definitely do, because what I said happens when you have the hammer happen to this team. So if Luke had made that shot and had
Back
welded
8.
right on, they were going to be forced to one, and right now
Coming down.
they're going to get
Okay,
forced to one
line's good.
still
Yep.
unless they unlock that back yellow and can make more scoring area for themselves later in the end.
Hard!
So they like the line. It is tight though. She's got to go hard for line to get
Really
by
hard.
that high
Keep
yellow.
going.
It looks
Keep
like
it
it's going to
moving.
be on the top yellow.
Okay, it's not bad.
Do need a bit of positive
like this to
reinforcement
here?
in this
Yeah,
mixed
I
doubles,
think
don't you,
so.
Christine? Because you have to get used to missing more shots actually than in the traditional game.
Oh,
Like here?
absolutely.
You
I
have
think
to
so. This
accept
might
that.
take off.
Yeah.
I think we.
What did
Harder
we
to make
throw in?
shots with only one brusher.
I'd like to throw a
The pace of the
10-5.
game makes it
Okay,
a little
then I
harder.
want to
think,
give you
yeah.
more.
Violette
Close. Yep.
trying a quiet hit.
Well, curl it. Curl it.
This rock is not
Yep,
moving as
yep,
much as
keep
they
going.
expected, I think.
That's good.
That works.
End up nose.
Maybe just play that out turn. I mean, the intern's there.
Depends
To
on how
make
cute
this.
you want to get. You
Yeah,
know?
to make this.
I guess if you wreck there.
Yeah, I think we play the intern to the hole.
I
If
think
it doesn't look like it's there from the other end, then
your last one, they really come down once they start to curl. So
that hole is really tight. Yeah, I play the out turn.
So I actually played on sheet 2 this week.
I would say your
And
last one was maybe like
There are some bad
Maybe
red
almost.
rocks in that set. I'm a little worried
Right
that
on the
Chris
nose.
is throwing some of them.
Well,
He's had a couple over curl, and I'm wondering what he's throwing.
Team Violette, or GEVING Violette, did have a
There.
choice of rocks. They selected
Jackie.
yellow. I heard them do that in here. I think the USA
Got
Curling
room right now.
Championship rocks are one of the best sets
Got
around,
room,
but
it's got
there
a
are,
curl.
like any set of rocks, there are going to be some that are trickier than others. I know when I played with them, I had a pretty extensive book, as most of the players here do.
Sit.
A little heavy again. Maybe he has a straight fast one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out.
Right? Just high side with the out turn, right?
So out of the 8 stones, do the teams pick which ones they want to throw, or are those decided before the
Right.
event starts?
I think an 05 should
I'll
be
let
really
Christine
nice.
take that.
So every draw this week, obviously the rocks were sanded before the event, just so that way we would get a nice amount of curl. And gosh, the ice was just beautiful this week with the curl on the rocks. So with the rocks being sanded, they want them to wear down evenly. So every game, the umpires selected a new pair of rocks to mark as your non-playable stones or your dead stones, your position stones. And then there is one rock, because you only throw 5 per end, so then there's one rock that is called your dead rock. So you have 2 position rocks that were pre-selected every game by the umpires to help the rocks wear down evenly. And then there was one dead rock that you could pick and switch out once in a game if you found a rock that you didn't like.
So there's the breakdown. Definitely happy you're here when Joel asked that question, Christine. I think I could have handled it probably not with that detail that you get when you're playing. So real quick on the other sheets, Bercheski Richardson are up 3-0 against the Dutt sibling team, and Walker Leichter are up 2-0 against Jamie Sinclair and Rich Ruinen. Chris PLYS.
A little more.
Okay. Whoa, 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 off. He's got a curl.
Don't think he loves the line based on that.
Hard Vic.
Okay.
They seem to be getting fooled with a slightly wider line, especially on the side that's closest to us here, whether they were going to the home end or the away end. Nothing seems to be curling as much as they expect right there.
Well, actually, we have to be somewhat careful of this. That kind of comes close.
That's
to
what I'm wondering.
There.
I'm like a little nervous about that. So then we can come right to it.
Yes, I think that's the
And
call.
that takes that away.
Yep.
So concerned about the in-off, or the double, I guess, of sorts. So they're going to lock another rock in there to be second shot.
Just being very respectful of Vicky Persinger's ability to hit, really. Because she is a fantastic hitter, and they know it.
Yep.
And there's always an opportunity in mixed doubles, it seems to me, for a sneaky big end against you. You know, one that if you're not aware of some shots, suddenly a big number pops out. So I think we'll see a lot of teams make a call like this.
I think I can go a bit. But.
Yeah, I think for line. I think you gotta go line.
And yeah, I definitely think if there are some crucial things in mixed doubles, it is that's another one, is trying not to give up big ends.
Straight.
Which I guess is the same in traditional curling. Big ends are usually not advised. But it looks like they may have left that shot, but.
Oh, okay, yep, Chris sees it.
Right here, right?
Yep. Throw with confidence.
Which turn do you like?
What's that? I like the
So this could be for 3.
out turn, skinny half.
Depending on how that yellow rock comes
Throw
off.
it with confidence like you're doing that practice. You feel those ones really good. It's like same spot.
There's really no risk. That red rock isn't going anywhere.
Chris thinks the yellow might drag through the hole.
Right. And that was what Luke was slightly concerned about as well. We could go in and explain the drag effect, but not before this shot is thrown. We don't have the time. I need to bring in our nanoparticle expert from the earlier game.
Yep. Hard, Chris. Hard. Oh.
Looks like she's going to hit it thick, and we're not going to see what would happen. Nosing that. So that'll be 1 red, 1 for Persinger PLYS, and we will head to the 4th end with Persinger PLYS down 4-3 and GEVING VIOLETTE holding last rock.
So fresh.
USA Curling Kids Curl Program and the Hit, Draw, and Tap Skills Competition are great entry-level youth programs for your club. Both programs can be part of your club's overall introduction to youth curling programming and could be enhanced with an appearance at the Under 14 National Jamboree. Contact the USA Curling National Office for more information.
And we're back, and we'll check in with Price.
I was, Dean has been raving about the Wausau Curling Club here, and rightfully so, because this place is absolutely gorgeous. But, it really dates back to the mid-1920s when the Wausau Curling Club was founded. In October of 2011 is when they announced plans to build this new current facility that we're in here today. But, obviously it's a huge club here. They've averaged about 500 members the past several years. And one person that was instrumental, Randy Brandner, the president, who we had as a fourth end break guest in our last game earlier, the tiebreaker, he wanted me to make sure I really mention Wally Geller, who has been very instrumental in putting countless hours together in getting ready for our championship here. So back over to you guys.
Thank you, Price, and thank you, Wally. We had a great interview with Randy from you earlier, Price, and certainly, it's we're especially in a population this size. We've got a beautiful 8-sheet club.
Good positive 90.
And I think though hosting this event, as Randy acknowledged, was a great opportunity for the club. They've got world-class ice techs in there working with their ice techs to promote some understanding that should improve their conditions when they get back to playing.
Yep. I'm just going to freeze
it. A really great way to host and run. Hosting and running a USA Curling event is a great thing for a club. So, and I know it can be sometimes looked at as a bit of a burden for a club, but I truly believe that most clubs, after hosting an event, are glad they did. So, here we go into the fourth end, and Persinger PLYS chasing a bit here. They are down one without last rock.
And I'll have to second that about Wally helping out. Being one of the guys that came out and plugged stuff in here and installed things around the club. Wally's been a great help to us.
If you can.
I'd thank Wally personally, but he's in the red zone.
Wick off the one you just threw.
All right, so here we go. Back to this.
Probably just back 4 is thin. Oh, back 8, you think?
Yeah, back 8's good.
Okay.
Do you want me to sweep or?
Yeah, just sweep.
So you will hear players ask broom or sweep, stick or sweep. That means do they want the player to hold the broom in the rings for them to aim at, as we do in traditional curling, or to come down to the throwing end and sweep the rock out of hand?
4-0.
Close then.
I just heard Chris say that he thinks that rock doesn't curl at all.
Clean.
The one that he just threw.
Yep. Clean.
Plate's good.
Clean.
Back 8.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Well, this is really going.
Or
just
I think
top
just
button.
light.
Top button.
dying.
He was looking for back 8 and threw top button.
I think with the outturn we can tap this thing to here and just sit right here.
You think so?
Yeah.
We can almost do this.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Okay.
If it's running, we can try to rub it around, but
So you want to go this way?
yeah. We're gonna throw the outturn.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was playing in the men's national championships, there was a rock that I liked at lead that was probably about 4 feet shorter and curled an extra foot.
The perfect guard and the perfect come around.
I used to look for that one, and I chose it in a championship game.
Okay.
Here comes Chris PLYS.
Same weight as your last, a little less.
Whoa.
Little less.
Okay, hold on. Whoa. Wait for it. There it goes. Hard, Vic.
This looks good. There are certainly red rocks around.
This doesn't go anywhere, but. I don't love that.
I think they would have
Yeah, but
liked
then
to
your
curl up
shooters-
just a little bit more onto that yellow, just
I
to.
hate.
Do you
Definitely.
want to
I
just
think
bump this
it
and
might
sit
be
on
peeking
those?
out
That was
just
my
enough
first
now that
instinct,
they
but
can play a down
gets a
weight
little
at
nasty.
it
I know.
on the in-turn side, but it's gonna be pretty tough.
It looks like
So it's
it's a
paper
little better than edge to
decent.
edge.
Yeah, it isn't bad.
We might need to.
I'm not opposed to it.
Because let's
Oh,
just
where
think
else?
this through. I think we
If-
have time, right? If we nose this, I mean, they're going to be. I guess we're always going to have. If we get to nose, we're always going to
Whoops,
have this angle back,
Yeah.
right? It's the pin won't be covered. They can't get too far inside. We'll always have the bump back to secure the one, won't we? Right. It's like if I'm
If
here.
you're on the outside and it sits here.
Yeah, that sucks.
Then that's not
That
good.
sucks. But if as long as I get to nose,
But it's pretty. I mean, it's buried a little.
this, I have to hit thinner
what about
than a
just
quarter.
doing this with just tap weight? Just tap
I'd
it.
rather just blow it up. I think. if we're
I
gonna do
am
it.
kind of in agreement with Luke.
'Cause
I
it
think
sinks.
I think
That's
that
gonna
they're
catch
up
here.
one, and
It's going to
I
sit
am
here, and this is going to
seeing
come
a big
out.
end
They'll have
sneak
the.
up
Let's play the
pretty
bump
quick.
Okay.
on this one. Back 8.
I think
Okay.
that they should kill some rocks.
So same throw.
Yep.
Well, he's actually elected
Well,
to throw
he-
back 8.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have hammer here, but sometimes in mixed doubles you can end up even with hammer without really a shot to score. So you have to be careful about that. We do know that one shot here sucks, so that was made pretty
Okay, a little
clear.
less ice here.
So we got that in it. We've got that explained to us, but that was a good
Quarter
explanation from
What did I
Luke
give you split wise? Like a 90.
405.
and
Okay, I'll give you
Aileen.
the 95.
Everything's a good shot when you
Okay,
make it.
close.
If he makes this, it's
Clean.
bonanza.
Clean. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Clean.
Coming down.
Clean. Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Tight.
All the way. All the way. Hard.
Don't
hard.
want to
Hard.
overcurl
Hard,
here.
hard,
He's
hard,
close
hard, hard.
though.
Just put one right here. They can't do anything.
Well, I mean, this is shaping up as an end where GEVING Violette might not have a good shot to score with their last one. I think Chris PLYS is going to try to lock one in there. Probably get a little bit to the inside.
Like hanging it super high, right?
Hear what he
Even
says.
that's not the end of the world as long as we're in there.
Yeah.
So, all right, it's like 4-0, you think, for 95?
I think a 95. I think we're there.
Line's good. Where you at?
Might need to go a little bit.
Okay, it's got a curl. It's got a lot of room.
It's there.
Rocks
Trying.
now.
Vicky Persinger going to finish it. The weight seems good.
Okay, now they're only sitting one. I think we just hit this as much as
Hope
we
we
can.
can move
and
as
hopefully
much.
if we get that to here, right?
Yep.
And we have control both sides.
Although,
That's bad.
because we
but
can't see it all, if we hit the outside, are we jeopardizing this?
Not too bad.
creating
I'm not going to throw much more weight than I just did.
Okay.
Let me think. I guess as much. I'll throw like a few feet more, just back line,
Okay.
and get to nose. And I think the same ice is pretty close.
So a good
You can probably
conversation
throw-
there, good
because we can't-
discussion.
As long as they don't throw a missile, like that's not jeopardizing that.
Yeah, we just can't tick it sideways into ours
Yeah.
too hard.
Easy hack here.
So yeah.
So we
Just
don't have a camera
Yeah,
available
back.
to us right
Back.
now at the away end, but we will
Give you a 85, 90.
giving you an extra long look at the house here. So I will tell you that Luke Violette is about to throw the stone. Quiet hit,
Close.
85.
Clean.
85.
Yep.
So that's just probably
Yep.
back ring.
Clean. Whoa.
Weight solid.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean.
Hack.
Clean.
Aileen saying
Clean.
hack.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Good.
Pretty good results.
I think they might be sitting one now. What do you think, Dean?
I believe yellow is now lying one after that shot.
Yeah. Made for an interesting one.
Let's see if we can hear what Vicky and Chris are saying. Their mics may not be working.
I think you throw like back 8 foot. try and kick this thing to like right here.
Okay.
Back forefoot, try to kick it to like right there. Because then this stuff, there's just a wall.
Okay.
And anything he slams in here is coming in.
Okay.
So just like heavy draw.
Where do you think for broom?
Thinking inside edge of 8.
Okay.
And if she can move the yellow far enough, they'll lie 3.
Okay.
And they're actually gonna kind of use Eileen and Luke's rocks against them a little bit. You know, if they push it to just the back of the forefoot, and Eileen tries to slam anything in on the left-hand side, as we're looking at it here from this overhead view, everything is going to end up dragging to the right into the rock that they would have just tapped to the back of the forefoot.
Yeah, the big question here is if she can throw enough weight to get by the guard and get enough of that high. The first yellow she's trying to hit and move the yellow that is now shot stone far enough to possibly lie 3. I think that's how Chris drew it up. Big shot.
A little early if you can.
A little early usually
Hard line.
indicates it's a little bit tight.
Gotta go. It's gone.
And it's gone indicates that it's not going to be made. So it really curled out of her hand. I don't know if that rock picked or if she really just started it, but judging where it ended up, I think there might have been something happened to that rock a little strange.
Right.
On the bright side, it
Although
did end
you
up
hate to hit
covering
this
up
hard,
that
right?
slam on the right-hand side of the sheet.
Unless
Not that I think
would
that
this
is
just
a ton
spin
for
back?
them.
That's what I'm wondering. If
Yeah,
that's
I'm not sure they would have played that. It
Can you
seems
hurt
like they might have looked at it. Let's hear what they're saying now.
You can't hurt yourself unless you're like, unless you clip the yellow.
Right, right.
And even then, you probably can't.
But here, maybe it'll scoot back enough.
Yep, 'cause I think that's easier.
Oh,
Let
but
me,
this guard's here now, so.
Oh, yeah, shoot.
I
Well,
already forgot.
you could just try to bump this very lightly, and it'll drag
I think
this
I'd
way.
rather try to play it so wide
I just
that
don't like this because then if you catch this with a lot of weight, it's.
Well, I just want to play
Kind of
button
looks like
weight,
her
but
house
tick
is
Okay,
really frozen
let's do
around
that.
the
one.
stream.
Yep.
Because if anything, I want to go by, right?
We have,
Yeah.
So I'm going to
We
play
have
it
the
to go
players
by, and you
moving.
can swoop
Okay,
it
there we
into
go.
Okay, sounds good.
Players moving down to the other end of the ice now.
So, I'm not exactly sure how they scored
like
2
playing
here.
with tick.
I think
let
if
me-
I was
give
in
me
this
ice to carve it.
situation, I would throw the rock
just-
away. I think
Yeah.
they're scoring
So
one
I need a hair
with
more.
the
Just
hammer
outside of
in an
middle, I
even
think,
end.
like 3/4
I
12.
do think they're lying 1, unless they're not convinced they're lying 1. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know the route to scoring 2 here.
I think that anything they try and play right now is just giving the possibility of giving
4-0.
Chris a
I
big
probably need to
lead.
go for weight. Well, I'll be patient. How's line score?
Line's okay for now. Wait, got room.
Weight's close.
Looks like she's throwing it about back
Gotta make it
ring.
curl. Whoa, oh,
I'm not
on its
sure
own,
she's
on its
trying-
own.
I think she's trying to chip
Oh,
it.
just
Straight.
chisel that.
Ah, I
one
gotta go
over.
weight.
Straight, yep. Hard.
They might not think they're shot. She's
Hard,
close
hard,
to
hard.
making that shot.
Might have been good.
So I don't think they were convinced that that yellow was shot rock, so they were trying to chip it.
Yeah, 1 yellow for now. But just these 2, right?
We need to measure.
Yeah, sorry. After it went, I just
From
went to
our
carve it and do
overhead
that.
view,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, that looks yellow to me.
That
but
really dove.
We're going to call it yellow from here.
I am awful at judging rocks, honestly. I'm a skip. I never do that.
I think it's yellow.
While the measuring device comes out, we'll give you a quick update on some of the other sheets. 3-2 for Burcheski Richardson over the Duts.
I actually have the last rock coming down on that sheet, I think, too.
And 3-1 Walker Leichter over Ruinen and Sinclair. Walker Leichter will take the hammer into the 5th end. And with Bear Stopera, it is 3-1 for Bear Stopera against Ryman Smith. They're in the 4th end. Looks as though Walker Leichter and Sinclair Ruinen are playing at the fastest pace out here. They win the award for getting off the ice soonest. Here comes the measure. I think the indication was yellow. So it's 1 yellow. So GEVING Violette will take a 5-3 lead into the break, the 4th end break. And Persinger PLYS will have last rock when we come back.
Great, the show's starting.
Come on, just trust me.
Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so...
Wait, we can't go that way.
Watch this. They'll think we're VIP.
Wow, he does think we're VIP.
And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you.
I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
Come back into our fourth end break here at the U.S. Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship in Wausau, Wisconsin. Bryce Atkinson here and joined by Nick Ockwig from the Wausau Convention Visitors Bureau, the Sales and Marketing Manager. Nick, thank you so much for having us here in Central Wisconsin. Excited to be back as sports and everything is slowly coming back to life here around the country and certainly here in Central Wisconsin.
It is, Price. Welcome to the greater Wausau area in USA Curling.
It's been a challenge, as we all know, this past year. We're getting out of it slowly but surely, but this has got to be an exciting time for you guys at the Wausau CVB and this entire region having a national championship come to town right here in your backyard.
It is. It's the perfect storm. This is what we live for as a CVB, for tourism and economic impact, having USA national championships here and showcasing what the greater Wausau area has to offer. And it's perfect, and we appreciate it. We hope we can do it again at another time. Obviously, it's not perfect. We love the fans and the spectators to all come into town and again showcase all the different restaurants and shopping things that we have. But again, we'll take it. We hope you guys have a wonderful time. And so again, with being at the CVB, this is what it's all about.
A chance to work with the USCA right down the road in Stevens Point, but talk about some of the key partners who've come together that you guys have worked with that have made this all possible to bring these top level athletes, coaches, officials, everybody that's just a part of this amazing event.
Yeah, when something like this comes to your town, you really need the community to step up. And we've had some phenomenal partners that we've had to work with. Sterling Culligan Waters provided, the water for this national championships. It's all the different communities and the members, the Wausau Curling Club, all the volunteers and members that have to step up to make an event like this, really happen. And, also the communities. We want to do a little shout out to the Village of Weston. You guys are in a bubble for the next couple weeks because of COVID, and they're staying over there at the Fairfield Inn. So shout out to the Godorsey Hotels and the Village of Weston that financially stepped up and helped out. And again, it takes a lot of different people, a lot of different hands to put something like this together, Price. And I'm really proud of our greater Wausau area.
100%. And we're so proud to be here. And, you guys celebrated National Travel and Tourism Week at the beginning of the month, just a few short weeks ago. And, as we're bouncing back and tourism is, the lifeblood of so many areas, I know an event like this certainly helps that continue, that bounce back continue, having a championship here in Central Wisconsin.
It is. I mean, the economic impact, not to be greedy or anything, but it's what it's all about, right? The money. And to be able to, again, the restaurants, the shopping, and our different attractions and stuff. We have some great art district, downtown Wausau and stuff with the Leoki Woodson and the CVA and the Contemporary Art Museum and the Grand Theater. So when everybody comes to town and they get out and about and they stay for a few nights, they get to see what it's all about. And maybe they, spread the word that, hey, go to the Wausau area. They got this and that. And it's an awesome opportunity again. And, I wish I could have one of these every weekend, but, we again thank, curling, USA Curling to come to town. And we hope we again show you guys a great time.
Man, I can't wait to come back here, Nick. I can't wait to see your town, to hit the town, to be able to.
Yeah, that's it. You got to get some cheese curds, some beers. It's Wisconsin, right? That's it. Cheese curds, beers, brats. So, that's where you get the full experience. You get to meet the people and the area again. So, again, under different circumstance with the bubble it's going on, understandably, for safety. And but we hope you all come back a different time.
Preach, baby, preach. Beer, brats, cheese curds. You cannot go down my alley anymore. Look, having this facility here, I know this is also an incredible selling point here, to getting tourism. curling, obviously a major heartbeat of the sports scene in Wisconsin, but having the Wausau Curling Club here and being able to partner to bring other championship level events, national championship, hopefully more here, is a big opportunity and selling point for you guys.
Yeah, shout out to Randy, the president of the Wausau Curling Club, and again, all the volunteers and members that have helped out. But, curling in Wisconsin, you can throw that right in there with the beers and brats and cheese curds and curling. And we also have by the way, a big hill over there, Granite Peak, which has phenomenal downhill skiing and snowboarding. So we're really a four-season destination. The beers and brats are flowing all the time, and cheese curds. But again, a shout out to the greater Wausau area, all of our hospitality partners that we work with. It makes my job easy, Price.
You cannot see the big smile under this mask, Nick. I'm telling you, you just had me perfect.
Four-season cheese curds?
Yes, sir. Nick Ockwig with the Wausau Convention Visitors Bureau, Sales and Marketing Manager. Nick, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
You bet. You guys have a great time in the greater Wausau area.
All right, guys, back over to y'all second half.
Nick Ockwig, I'm going to wash down some beer, brats, and cheese curds with some of this Culligan water I have right here. But that's a man who loves his community, and they're a proud bunch of people here for good reason. But beer, brats, and cheese curds, we're into rocks, granite, rocks, brooms, and ice here. So away we go.
Doesn't feel like it.
A 5-3 lead for Aileen Geving and Luke Violette. I'm rattled by the cheese curd discussion. And we've got 5-3 against PERSINGER PLYS. PERSINGER PLYS carry the hammer into this end.
Well, that's what's great about Wisconsin. You're never more than 10 minutes away from cheese curds.
Apparently not, Joel. Apparently not. So that was a great interview from Price, and I love the enthusiasm of a community like Wausau.
What's that?
Think we can get to the inside of that?
It's kind of cute, but I mean.
Or do you like playing like hack on the one on the right? And like splitting them off.
They're almost even is the problem.
They're almost even?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just try this little softy.
Okay.
If it's hanging, we're just going to try and push it over the top.
Okay.
Just like back 8.
Okay.
So we'll see Chris throwing the intern here. This is a side that has hung. You just mentioned if it hangs out, we'll...
Back 12?
Yep.
See if he starts it a little bit to try to give it a chance.
Yep.
Certainly curling this time.
Yep, keep going.
Now he looks tight to the guard.
Roll the shooter, roll the shooter.
Okay.
That seems to be the trickiest spot on the sheet to me.
We could blast. Right on the nose of this. Kill them both, but they have 2 corners. But
I think anything inside the 4-foot lines is a touch tricky
here.
here.
Can I make it?
Just a touch.
I have to throw the out.
Luke Violette is considering blowing the house
well,
up a
are
little
you staying
bit.
with the draw weight?
No. I mean, we could play hit weight. It's too hard to play with draw weight, I feel
I like the out turn blast. Just throw peel right on the nose. Little high's okay.
On which one?
The out turn one. The right one. My right one.
Some discussion over the out turn one, the right one.
Yep.
So Luke's out turn. He's going to blast this. He's going to throw this hard
Maybe
and
a little more.
blow this house up a little bit. Playing a little bit to the scoreboard here. Not a bad call in general, I think. Not going to follow it. And there they go. They should all go. Those lively striking bands.
Nice shot.
As he drew it up. So,
this one
certainly makes the end more comfortable for Geving Violette. See what, and there they go. They should all go. So those lively. I'm always amazed by how Chris PLYS throws the out turn, Christine. Do you ever, the way both he and John Schuster throw it? They don't. It's not cranked like a lot of people.
Yeah.
They throw it so pure that way. But it's unusual, I think. But both John and Chris throw the out turn that way.
Yes, I do think it is unusual. However, like John and Chris have obviously thrown that way so long. He almost looks like he's going to throw an in-turn.
Yeah, he is throwing the in-turn here. I was hoping he was going to throw the out-turn. I actually wasn't quite sure, but we'll see the next time he throws the out-turn.
Whoa. Yep.
Quiet weight hit, trying to roll and bury a little bit of it. Or hide a bit of it.
Because if we miss it, they still have to hit ours.
Yeah. So what are you saying?
Board?
Okay.
So Luke Violette thinks he can.
I think it'll curl.
More.
Yeah.
It does look like a lot of ice, but at board weight, he thinks it's going to curl hard towards the board here, or towards the sideboard. Luke grew up curling at the Granite Club in Seattle.
Yep. Whoa. Curl it.
Sit down.
Hoping not to lose his shooter.
He threw quite a bit more weight on that shot than I thought he was.
I mean, I guess we could just freeze this.
Yeah, I said board.
It's kind of hard to get
Might
there
have
with that
needed to
guard.
throw a little
freeze
less than
tab
board,
is
but I
probably
think he wanted to
easier
make
than
sure that he killed the red.
Then the roll. Because if I don't roll
One
it,
thing I may not have discussed
we're
in
only
the
getting one.
opening discussion about mixed
Like, at
doubles
least
is
we
that you
tap it on
can't
the
remove
nose.
any opponent's stones
has
until
to-
the fourth stone of the
He
end.
has to address it, right?
Yeah.
I can never remember that. I can never like counting all the rocks like that. I always just think of the Hammer Boy's first rock.
It's not ideal, but
That's how I remember it.
Whatever it takes, Christine, you know, you got to do whatever it takes out there. It is a little complicated sometimes because we have the placed rocks in the background.
Yep. Especially between like men and women. So men and women's, you have the 5 rock rule, but this isn't really the 4 rock rule.
Close, yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
True enough.
Straight. Always straight.
Okay.
There's Chris Plyes was trying
Unless
to freeze
you don't care
there.
about keeping it.
I care. We just threw it, so I'm confident.
One thing I
Here's
don't
throwing.
think Luke Violette has ever lacked for is
So let's
confidence.
just peel it out.
Yeah.
He's a confident player.
Still Sean thinks.
You know, why do you think, though, Christine, that people don't switch the rotation at all?
Well, unless you want to put
Like
pressure on.
Are you talking like the anchor and
We
wheel
throw it,
switching?
yeah, anchor and wheels, whatever you want to call it, burger and bun, whatever we want to use.
You want me to sweep? Sorry.
You know, I think that's a really good question, and actually something that Riley and I just
It'll
talked
curl
about
a little
today,
bit. I think you got a good
was,
indication with mine, but nothing crazy.
Like, you know, Tabitha and Joe, who were just at the Worlds,
Hair less
they
even.
throw a little bit less traditionally, where Tabitha is actually the wheel, or she
Mhm.
throws the middle 3 rocks, and Joe is the anchor. who
Nose
throws
is
first
okay,
and last.
remember?
But they do switch. And so I think that going into the future, as the sport continues to develop, you will see teams that will actually be able to be more versatile in who can throw which stones. Or maybe you'll see people who will switch depending on how your team is playing that day. You know, if somebody's absolutely shooting lights out, maybe you want them throwing the middle 3 because they're throwing 1 more rock.
True.
You know?
Yeah, it's something they thought we'd see more of, but I think there's also a comfort level with throwing the same position all the time, even if it's 1 in 5 versus if you're playing, you know, in 4-person curling where you're throwing 2 in a row all the time. But there is some comfort level, I think, in knowing which rocks you're throwing.
Mm-hmm.
And typically what happens is the men are usually throwing the middle 2, 3, 4. I think most people, because they think, you know, the men might be able to throw it a little bit harder at times and move some more rocks around if necessary.
Straight. Line.
Hit for 1 here.
Line.
Nice.
So that will be 1 for Persinger Plyes. It will be 5-4 in favor of Aileen Geving, and Luke Violette will be ahead 5-4 with last rock heading to the 6th end.
I have a feeling I'm going to put 5 cents on a power play next end. 5 cents, that's all I have. Take it or leave it.
players come from all walks of life and value the special camaraderie integral to the sport. Curling opportunities exist for people of all age groups and physical abilities, including those who use wheelchairs. Click Try Curling at usacurl.org to find the club nearest you.
And we're back here at the 2021 U.S. Mixed Doubles Nationals. As we went to the break, Christine McMakin bet an entire nickel on Luke Geving, gosh, come on. Aileen Geving and Luke Violette, and whether they would use their power play in this end, the sixth end, and that's what they have elected to do. So if you're watching, you can see that instead of a guard in the center line, there's a corner guard, with the rock in the rings placed behind that. Couple of options here. They could have tried to hang on to the power play and use it in the eighth end if they thought they could carry a lead to the eighth and then only need to score one easily with the power play. I think they're using it here, thinking that if they score in the sixth end, they're in great shape. They just don't want to give up a steal here. So if they score even one, they think they're feeling pretty good about their chances. And if they're able to manufacture a deuce with the power play, it's even better.
Yep, gotta go.
Interesting call here. Actually, pretty nice result. Not a shot we've seen played a lot here, but so Persinger and PLYS, Vicky Persinger elected to sort of angle tap her guard into the rings. And of course right now, Aileen Geving can't play a takeout on that.
87.
So because it's tight to the button, they could actually cap it with a center line guard coming up.
It's close. I like it.
Okay, line's good. Back eight's okay. Back tee's okay. It's not curling.
Like they're just going to end up beside
Didn't
it.
curl at all.
No, it didn't.
I think she was hoping to take it wider to the wings, lie 2 and 3 wide.
They put one right here. Like, what do they do?
That's what I like. I think that makes it pretty tough for them.
And we make that. We play hit and roll.
Yep.
I'm guessing like edge of button.
So Chris PLYS is electing to corner freeze on the rock that's now open behind, but was behind the corner guard. I guess another option would be to throw a center line guard here.
Like 90?
Yeah.
Did you have an end that unfolded like this during your week here?
Similar to Andrew and Madison's, or the one?
No, sorry, similar to the feature game we're looking at.
Yep. I would say pretty similar. If it was me, I probably would not have thrown the tick on my first one if I was Vicky and Chris. Just, I guess, I don't know if that's comfort level. They throw less weight than we would throw for our ticks. For us, the tick is more defensive.
So I've seen the tick used defensively here, where teams with a big lead have played that shot.
Right. So that's why
But I haven't seen a team play it when they're down like that, which was interesting.
Yeah, I probably would have thrown straight into the house.
It should, yeah, it should. Let's throw 11-5. I think that's, I like it.
Because I think a lot of people forget that mixed doubles still is curling, so they're
still curling.
It's still curling. So Chris and Vicky, they're down one in an even end. So if we're going, up the ladder, their goal for this end is they need to steal. Really, they need to steal, and like force is okay, but they can't give up a bundle. So they really should be trying to force play to the middle, which is why I'm also a little confused why they made the decision to go to corner freeze.
Yeah, I thought they could have tried to force play there to the center. after they chipped it to biting the back button.
Yep.
Just a quick update. I know we went to that briefly there, but Bear-Stopera against Rhyme and Smith. That game is now tied up 3-3. Rhyme-Smith stole the last end to tie it up. Sixth end, 3-3.
Kind of like throwing it a little softer.
Bear-Stopera has the
I
hammer.
think it's gonna move a little bit. Don't you, or no?
Yeah, just like control.
Sure.
Thinking like edge of 4 almost.
Yeah.
Right now this looks like a difficult steal for sure, and a difficult force even.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Okay.
We gotta look at these.
This is closer.
Yeah, it is by 4. So we just
So we
make
gotta
this.
roll in. It really moves.
It should curl a lot, right?
I think you can
Do
take
we
it.
ever want to try doing this?
There's
Because
no
it would be half
reason to
under.
do that.
I mean, that's a better make, but
I think the only reason he's
There's no reason to
considering
try
that is it might be
just, I mean, if we knows it, we're still sitting 2.
somewhat easier and
I
really
think that's
take away the
good board.
jam if he
Yeah,
does
do you
that.
wanna
But it's
lay it
not.
down?
It does look like
Oh,
he
yeah,
could
I
also
do.
jam
Okay.
way
I
across
think
the
that's
house.
good board weight,
I
yeah.
like it.
I think they're sitting pretty good.
I'd agree with you. If you can hit 3/4 of this rock and roll towards the center and lie 3, it's a pretty good scenario.
Absolutely. No need to make it more complicated. The double. Be nice to sit under the guard like that, but just sitting open, you're sitting pretty good.
Close.
Weight's good.
Yep.
We can go the other way too.
Yep. Gotta go for the other way. Gotta go hard.
Now they are playing it under. They're playing the shot
Hard.
Luke described. Ooh, and that.
I think you could just tell that Luke really wanted to play that hit and roll under. I think it was still in the back of his head when he sat down in the hack. He just really wanted to throw the double.
Yeah.
And
Well, in some ways, I mean, if he gets by the guard, it would have, he can't miss that. So I think he thought that in some ways it was an easier shot. But if he probably should have committed to that, if that's what he wanted to throw, it did really take off. I think they're also concerned in that spot with the amount of curl.
we have seen the sheet curl towards the wall quite a bit with it being an end sheet.
It almost felt like when he was in the hack, he didn't trust the amount of curl it would have. Looks like sometimes visually it looks like so much ice. It's hard to get in your head to trust it.
Clean, whoa, whoa!
So this will be a hit for Persinger and PLYS to lie 2.
Yep.
Good.
And there's the.
And now the force is on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we throw firm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we gotta
Because
get
just
all
rolling
the
next to it's good.
and try to get through the curl.
Do we ever throw the out?
Yeah, I mean we can take.
Yeah, I think it's negative. I mean, at this point, we just need to make a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, just firm.
He's going to throw the out turn, expecting it to fall back right in this spot. So definitely the trickiest spot in the sheet here. Big shot. Run firm weight.
Yep.
It'll fade.
Yeah. Whoa.
Gotta fade a long way. It's not fading like Luke was expecting it. Aileen calls the audible. Bring it right over. Close to getting on the corner.
Sorry.
Just straight nose. Nose is great.
Really?
Yep. A double's really tough if you nose
How
it.
much ice did you take?
Took like this much.
So Chris thinks dead nose makes the double tough. Probably true. Probably a lot to take on because I think all you'd have left would be the thin double.
I think you threw my rock.
Oh, that rock's good.
Chris confidently assures Vicky that rock
Like
is
saying
good.
I threw like control.
Yours was solid control. Do you like that?
Yeah, I mean I was like a 10 probably.
Flopping a little your way isn't the end of the world.
I think nose is dead perfect.
Oh yeah, that's perfect, but
Vicky Persinger, she's throwing the in-turn hit. Wants to dead nose it to make the double
so it's way out
back
there,
as
it's
difficult
low.
as possible. I'd be surprised if Aileen takes on the double unless it's really routine. This is off the sheet, I'm afraid. She won't need a double. She will have a hit for 2.
I'm very curious what rock she just took from Chris that she threw. There's a couple bad ones.
They do seem to be surprised sometimes by how much rocks are curling or running straight. So it may be a tricky set. Now, because these are the sheet A red rocks, if we were playing typically, and my recollection is it is a tricky set. Sheet A red rocks.
Really outturn knowing how straight that is.
Yep, you could.
Because that's dead straight.
Yep.
I don't mind that because I got the whole house the other way to roll to.
Okay, sounds good.
I like that.
Of course, over the years, the sheet A red rocks may not be the same as they were in the past, but they do try to maintain them that way.
Oh, she threw the other turn at it even.
Yeah, she elected to throw this out turn. They must trust this a little bit more.
Yeah, after watching Vicky's, I could see why.
Yep.
Hard for a piece!
Hard for a piece.
Oh, jeez.
Hard!
Wow, so a tricky end of curling leads to 1 for GEVING VIOLETTE, and they will take a 6-4 lead into the 7th end.
I don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
And we are back at the 2021 Mixed Doubles Nationals. We're back at the 2021 Mixed Doubles Nationals. We're having a look in here at Bear Stopera versus Kim Rime and Jason Smith. Andrew Stopera and Madison Bear. I believe this is Madison Bear's last rock. Kim Rime just made a really nice freeze into that pocket. And Andrew Stopera and Madison Bear are trying to decide if they can move it far enough to score 2. I think they've decided they can, so we'll see what happens here. Madison Bear going down to throw this shot. So when Kim Rime came to throw, Bear and Stopera were lying 2, both in the back forefoot. She put that yellow rock there. They're thinking, I think the thinking is they might be able to get a bit of action, and there's a chance that they could drag that red onto the other yellow and score that way. So a lot of angles here if they hit it right that may work in their favor. Big weight coming at it. Haven't laid a brush to it yet.
Hit it thin now.
Andrew's telling them, nope. It's close. They think it's close. No. So it is 1 yellow. That will mean that Kim Rime and Jason Smith take a 4-3 lead into the 7th end. If we do a quick update on some of the other sheets, Monica Walker, Alex Leichter are ahead 6-3 over Jamie Sinclair and Rich Ruinen. And Jenna Bercheski and Ben Richardson are up 7-4 on Susan Dutt and Daniel Dutt. They're both playing the 7th end. Walker Leichter is using the power play on their sheet. Yes, and as we return to, that's the rundown as we return here to in the 7th end.
Really good.
And the power play is in effect.
Like a rock.
Okay.
For Vicky
like
Persinger
back
and Chris PLYS.
Well, so there is a space between them the size of a rock.
Do you like back
They're down 6-4.
I think just freeze.
Okay, sounds good. Even if we're a hair short.
So they did get the one that was the not the worst case scenario, but they wanted to guarantee the one, Luke and Aileen, in the last end. But they did have a hit for 2, but boy, that spot seemed to confound both teams the whole end, didn't it?
I think we have this sheet being an end sheet. I think it's a bit tricky in that way, and I think Chris and Vicky have a very tricky set of rocks as well.
So trying to freeze one in here now. Pretty good spot. So now we flip the switch. Certainly GEVING Violette would be pretty happy here with a force of 1. Forces are tough in mixed doubles, but
like solid board edge of 4.
That might be tight.
certainly Chris Persinger and Vicky PLYS would like to score 2 or even 3.
Even if we nose it with board, I think the red's probably clicking and staying.
Okay.
I just don't want to go too nuts.
Okay. Easy board.
Yep.
There's that out turn I was talking about, Chris PLYS.
Yep. Hard, Vic.
He throws it purely. I don't know if every curler across the country should try to mimic it, though.
Hard, come on, you still got it.
Definitely works
hard,
for him.
Hard.
Okay.
Okay. Where?
Right here.
Okay.
Little, yeah.
Luke Violette thinks this is a fairly natural double.
Like here?
No, it'll be straight. Yeah.
Oh, which turn you want?
In.
Feel weight, not much ice.
Looks like he gave that a pretty big pop.
Pretty big positive finish.
There it goes.
Curling nonetheless, though. Ooh, he might get a corner freeze if he's lucky, but I think it's going to spin up. Not a good result for Luke Violette.
I think this ice, I think this sheet is definitely fooling them. We've noticed this across the board, across all these sheets, but particularly on the end sheets that it really curls inside the 4-foot lines. And outside the 4-foot lines, the curl is a little bit later, a little bit gentler.
Perfect.
And
I think is to tap this on the nose, tap this to here.
Yeah, I think they might have gotten fooled just a little bit right there, thinking that it was going to fall more towards the wall side, but I don't think it'll do that unless you're out.
It'll definitely curl.
Yeah, I think they're definitely struggling, both teams, with the weight and the ice and the rocks.
I hate to bunch rocks, but I don't really know what
not
else
throwing it with the conviction you might need.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some of that turn up and misses like that. I mean, Luke didn't miss that shot by a whole ton.
No, not at all.
But he's definitely left an opportunity now for Vicky Persinger and Chris PLYS to score 3.
I know Luke very well. Like I said, we're very close to the same age, and I've watched him curl for years, and he does not miss shots like that very often.
Yeah, that shot's sort of right in his wheelhouse, yeah.
Hard to put somewhere we're not going to give him a double.
I like that. I think you have to beat it, though, right?
Yeah.
Back 12, pretty big.
Vicky Persinger calling out back 12 out of hand.
Got to curl a ton, Vic.
Curl a ton. It might be heavy. Starting
Keep
to
it
move
moving.
now.
Oh, there it goes. Wow, look
Starting
at
to
that
move
go.
now. It really does move a long way.
Okay.
Of course, it has left a double, perhaps.
It's almost this way.
Yeah. I don't think the triple goes. It's close, but.
Or is it this one?
That's just incredibly thin, but like I think we tried the triple. There's no hole. And I think we just try to basically hit them both and kick that over there.
Okay.
I mean, even if we catch this and spin here, that's really good, right?
Yeah.
That didn't do anything crazy, although we can hit this one first and like that'll go out if I throw weight.
Is there enough room to?
Nope.
Okay.
No, for sure not. Yep.
The Luke Violette confident there is no hole.
Famous last words.
Let's see it. Should I put another 5 cents on it?
I don't think he's going to put it through the hole. I think so. He's seeing this as a fairly routine double. If he gets lucky, he might get the triple. I think this rock will be moving. have some pace on it for sure. On its way, shirt billowing.
I'm a little, oh, he chose to throw the curlier turn, which I think is a little interesting. Not that it matters.
He didn't like it out of his hand, and I'm not quite exactly sure why.
Pretty good result, though.
Yep, for
I mean,
sure.
when he threw it, you would have thought it was a gutter ball, but or he'd blown
it's
the
a little
putt
interesting.
past
Not
by
that it
about
matters.
5 feet. Didn't like it out of his hand, and I'm not quite exactly sure
Wow,
why.
look at how active that rock is where it's been up.
Yeah, these lively striking bands. I mean, he hit, a fair chunk of that of the wide rock. Still made it easily. Timeout for being called by Chris PLYS and Vicky Persinger. And their coach, Sean Baton, will do the slow coach walk down to the away end.
So,
Yeah, that's kinda tough to
Dean
do
just
right now, I
mentioned,
feel like.
lively rocks. And for our viewers watching who
we just do this?
maybe don't know exactly what makes a rock lively, it's the slightly
Problem is with
lighter
this one,
colored
with where it
band
is,
on the rocks. The
like,
thinner
it's hard
it
to
is,
roll to a spot. Like, you'd have to
the
throw
more
it soft and try
lively
and roll
they
to
are
it.
striking against each other.
It's pretty much the only good spot to roll to.
And one thing that's true, if you talk to somebody who manufactures curling stones,
It's
it is
just
tough
everything
to
Like, my thought
improve
was go
striking
here.
bands much once.
Make
So
her
it's
make
easier to
it.
improve
She
the
makes
running
it really good.
surface
We're in trouble. But
with
we're in
reconditioning, but
trouble
the
right
striking
now.
bands are tough to change much. But these
And if she's ever
championship
off, it's
rocks are
threes in
lively.
play.
Let's listen to them. This, I'll stop talking.
So I think this is the call.
Okay. Well, you know the line.
Yeah,
Where'd you take room on your last?
I was like just outside center line.
So you'll need a little more.
I mean, I think like same weight.
That was
Or,
like.
I mean, not same weight, same broom, just a little less weight. You like that? Yeah.
So they've elected to play the freeze on the rock that's behind the corner guard. This is Chris PLYS' last rock of the end. Vicky Persinger will have the last rock for the team in the end.
What did I give you the last time? Like a 75?
I didn't clock it.
Okay. So I'm thinking like that 85. It's got to be close here.
It's a couple of feet less than your last.
If you think it needs help, just.
Here comes that out turn I've been talking about again.
He almost holds it like it's going to be an in turn.
He does.
Like at 11 o'clock.
And then what's incredible to me is that he doesn't flare that out, but he throws it perfectly.
Line's good.
He does pop it a little.
Yeah.
Line's good.
Well, everybody pops their out turn a little bit, don't they?
Well,
You can always curl it.
He's expecting this to really walk over there.
Line's perfect.
Looks heavy. Stop.
I think it's close.
Stop.
That's it.
Ooh. So
From this overhead view, I can't tell if
Well,
that
we
checked
could
up
play it
quite
as a hit.
enough.
I
just-
think
yeah, we
it
just hit
is
it.
actually fourth shot.
Run it back.
from
We're
my
sitting
perspective.
third.
And there's no play at that.
Well, we could leave a triple.
Of course, our camera is not
I'm just wondering, is it
directly
worth
over the
playing
top of the
hit
rings,
weight?
but
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
this is
make
still
those
the best mate.
do the calculus.
I think it's yellow on the outside.
We could
there.
still leave a triple.
Let's hear what they're discussing right here.
We have 3 minutes.
Yeah. Whatever you're feeling, I'd say.
Super torn. Because the nose is you got to make them against 3, you know?
They do. But we could leave a triple. But we could leave a triple either way.
I'm okay with leaving a triple, but
Okay.
is it better to just play bump and basically say
If we're-
good luck scoring?
Yeah. Steel's really, really good.
I know, that's what I'm torn on.
You heard them say that they only have 3 minutes
That's
now.
fine. What are you thinking?
2 minutes and 48 seconds counting down. The suggested time to play the last end is 2 minutes
Do it.
and 45 seconds.
eight.
You
You
start
got
your
it.
8-end mixed
me that.
doubles game with
85.
22 minutes, and that is thinking time. So they're looking a little shy for time to play the last end.
It'll be about 15 seconds
75,
short.
but I
I
thought
think they'll be able
soft
to manage
release.
that.
Yeah, line's a little tight.
So I think they're playing this quiet.
Line's okay, line's okay.
Straight tap quiet. They talked
Line's
about
great.
All line here. Wait, Iraki.
Just
playing
kiss
it as a
center
short
line.
run.
Yep, line. Straight. Straight, yep. Straight, yep. Go, 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 go.
Knows it for 2.
Just nose for 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like normal.
Oh, I think this is normal. Oh, she's going to play the double. Yeah,
She's
of
going to
course
play
she
the
is.
nose double for 2. And of course now they wish that Chris PLYS' last rock was about 3 inches shorter or closer to the button.
It will
Close
come
to
up
the
a little.
pinhole.
Yeah, are you on the intern?
Yeah.
Or the outturn?
The in.
Throwing the in-turn really needs this double. Settling in.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep.
Must be close with the on-off. She does look close. I think she's close. She's very close. And she's made
There's a
it.
great throw.
Terrific shot, especially under that pressure.
Needed that.
It was an all or nothing shot, to be honest. Now she does look close. I think she's close. I believe it's going to be two. Very close. And 2 red. She's made
There's
it.
a great throw.
Terrific shot. So 2 red. That will mean it's a 6-6 game heading to the 8th and final end, unless there's some bizarre blank in mixed doubles. But 8th and final end, we'll be right back.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in.
This is crazy.
You coming?
Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
It's freezing.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, we are back at the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. I'm Dean Gemmel. I'm joined by Christine McMakin, 2016 and 17 U.S. Junior Champion, playing later this week in the Women's Nationals. In the game we're featuring, it is 6-6 in the 8th and final end with Aileen Geving and Luke Violette holding the hammer as we head to the this final end. Some other scores to report from other sheets. Monica Walker and Alex Leichter advance, beating Jamie Sinclair and Rich Ruinen 6-5.
Good job, Vicky.
I think that is possibly a veteran game right there. Alex and Monica have been playing mixed doubles together for the last, I believe, 2 or 3 seasons. And Jamie and Rich are excellent men's and women's players, and this is their first time that I know of for them playing together in the mixed doubles. And I think that that game right there is probably a result of Monica and Alex's experience in the mixed doubles game.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent take. I mean, certainly Jamie and Rich are 2 of the finest curlers we have in the United States.
Absolutely.
We have another final as well, sheet 6, where Jenna Bercheski and Ben Richardson record a 9-4 victory over Susan Dutt and Daniel Dutt. So the only other game left on the sheet in the arena here right now is Bear Stopera against Kim Rime and Jason Smith, and Madison Bear and Andrew Stopera are ahead 6-4 in that game. But Kim Rime and Jason Smith do hold the hammer in the final end.
Tight. Okay. Where you at?
2, 3.
Okay.
3.
You're gonna have to curl.
3.
Curl.
Back to our featured game here, 6-6. Been an interesting game. Certainly both teams have struggled a bit with the ice. Led to a few untimely,
good.
costly misses, but we've also seen some great shots, including Vicky Persinger's double in the last end to score 2.
Same thing, Vic.
Okay.
Luke Violette is going to try to open this up.
Nice shot.
She does. Quick update as I'm looking over at the other sheet. Andrew Stopera just doubled out 2 Rhyme Smith stones. So it looks to me from here as if Madison Bear and Andrew Stopera are lying at least 1, maybe 2, or not. I'm not entirely sure. So that wasn't very helpful in terms of an update, but there was a double made. Comes Chris Plys, his second shot.
Got quite a bit less, probably a 2.
Okay. It's gonna have to curl.
So I was correct. Bear Stopera are lying 2.
Yep, keep it moving.
Until now.
Keep it moving, Vicky, come on.
And now Rhyme Smith will lie
Keep it
1.
going.
Meanwhile,
come on.
Chris Plys is trying
A little
to
bit more. A little bit
guard
more. Come
this
on. A little bit more.
red
Good,
rock
good, good,
at the
good.
back of the button.
Great sweep.
She's done successfully. I'm sure Luke would love to try to get some action on this stone at the back, but he also feels pretty good about a peel. Looking at the 8th end of Bear Stopera versus Rhyme and Smith. Andrew Stopera throwing. Trying to nose hit, lie 2. That rock's coming down. Looks like it has some curling to do. So he won't lie 2, but he does remove the stone successfully. Luke Violette makes the peel on our feature game. I'm going to guess that Chris Plys will reply with another guard.
Yeah, they are guarding for their lives in the win right now.
I mean, they're not in a terrible position here. I mean, at some point they're going to force Aileen Geving to make a shot to win the game, and she might have to draw a piece of the button.
A little more.
Okay. You want to watch the line? I can sweep this one. It's gonna have to curl.
Bear Stopera Rhyme Smith game. Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith weighing their options. It looks to me like they will have a challenging time trying to leave anything particularly tough for Madison Bear. Or even need to make her throw her shot in general at all.
It's either this or the run.
Kind of like.
Me too. It's nice and tight.
Yeah.
I've thrown these a million times, right?
Yep.
We got it. Yeah, we
Just
got it.
off nose.
So let's think about this, right? We get it just off nose. They all go. They're coming around this.
Yep.
The in-turn draw will be tough. I mean, likewise,
Tap to like right
if
here.
we get to here.
And if they get there, we have a short run.
Well, so what if we get to here right now? It is over though, right? For the most part.
Yeah.
But anything other than perfect. So
Right.
I think we play the run.
So 2.
So have they been curling at all?
Not really.
Okay, sounds good. So I think, yeah, right there. I left out a lot. Yep.
Yeah.
So the options that Luke and Aileen weighed here are to play this straight run back and move the rock off the back of the button. They will leave a corner guard or a guard of some sort for Chris Plys and Vicky Persinger.
Okay.
But the other option would be to play the draw themselves right now. But as Luke said, if it's not perfect, they have challenges. So he's hoping to get a lot of action on the rocks, cluster on the rocker on the button, and leave Aileen at least a more makeable draw for her last.
Okay.
Oh, and this is a laser down the ice.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Oh! It just had to come up another inch. You heard him say just a little bit, and it was indeed just a little bit it needed to come up.
Couldn't get any closer. I mean, if you're to it on the nose.
Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith are trying to figure out how to manufacture a 2 from that house that you're looking at on the right side of the screen.
Yeah.
Just can't be over here.
Same as my draw.
Yeah. What? Out turn, right? Yeah. Even if you're top 4, that's pretty good. It's gonna force her to play that angle run.
Okay.
Line's more important here.
Okay.
So Chris Ply's, Vicky Persinger playing the guard. They like this one to be tighter.
Just throw it the exact way you've been throwing it the last few rounds. You've been throwing it absolutely perfect.
Okay, top 4.
Top 4 probably leaves Aileen with only that angle run.
I think it's into the 12 foot.
Yep. I think it's there.
2 sheets over, Madison Bear is getting ready to throw a takeout.
How's line?
Line's good. Line's good.
For the win.
Yep. Drag it if you can. Gotta curl a little bit. Oh, on its own. Curl if you can. Curl
This
if you
needs
can.
to move a little bit.
Nope, straight, 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 straight.
They're going to lock it right on there.
Had a girl.
Wow.
There might not be anything.
I don't know if there is.
I'm not sure there's a way for Luke Violette
Actually, I
and
think
Aileen
it's you
Geving to
bump
score.
this into it with soft weight.
Yeah.
And if
Like,
you catch
can
it
we
right here.
Pocket them somehow from the side. We have a minute, by the way.
Problem is, like, this one's not going anywhere, right? So I think you just have to try and, like,
So with
get
that
here.
win over on
You
sheet
can
four,
move this.
looks like Madison
I think you
did
just
really
play
hard
this with,
for
like,
the
normal
win.
weight, and you stick
that
it
means
here,
that
and this will
Andrew and
spin off
Madison
just
will be
enough.
qualified
angle better
for
than
the
I can get
U.S.
throwing
Mixed
it
Doubles
here.
Olympic Trials in
Yeah.
Irvine,
No, if
California
you throw it
next
here,
year.
this doesn't
So
move
you
at all.
see the small celebration there as they realize they have an Olympic trial spot.
Big congratulations to them. We'll see them later this week in the men's and women's play.
2/3, I'd say right here.
Okay.
38, lots of time.
So all Aileen has here
Feel?
is to try this angle raise
Feel
and
or
hope
less
that she
weight?
can
Normal.
move both those red
you
rocks
gotta
far
stick
enough
shoot.
off the button that she leaves her own yellow one that she's raising as a shot stone. Great. Vicky Persinger really made a great shot to end 7 and another great shot here to end 8.
Whoa. Yep.
Going to be too thin. So with that, Chris Ply's and Vicky Persinger will advance to the semifinals. Luke Violette and Aileen Geving will get another chance. They'll keep playing in the quarterfinals. And now we're going to go over to Price Atkinson as he talks to... Well, Price Atkinson will be joining us shortly here to talk to the winners of the games. Right now, we'll look as they wrap up. So, thanks, Christine, for joining us here tonight. Interesting game. Appreciate your insights on mixed doubles. And good luck in women's play next week.
Thanks so much.
Here's Price now. He's settling in there. He's going to call over Chris Ply's for a little conversation and Vicky Persinger. I will say, wow, Vicky Persinger really made 2 great shots, 7 and 8. Her last ones really saved the game here for them. Over to Price Atkinson.
Over here with Christopher Ply's, man, congratulations. Booked a spot in the trials, Anaheim. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited. It's not always fun. You know, it's been a tough year with she hasn't had ice all year, and we've had not much ice the last month or so, so it's tough to come out here. But yeah, really stoked on that last one that she made. She, you know, we had a couple chances earlier in the game, and she didn't let it, you know, continue to weigh on her and came through in the clutch. So
Grind of a game, but she locks one on right there, doesn't leave them with anything. I mean, that was pretty much the game.
yeah, I mean that's why I play with her, because she's a gamer, and you know, that's what we, like I said, that's why I play with her. So.
All right, Embarrasser, you played with Vicky for a long time. What's your favorite thing about playing with Vicky Persinger as a partner?
My favorite thing about playing with Vicky is that she is just like a really good competitor, and she, you know, I like when she gets pissed when she misses. I like the emotion that she has, and I just like the ability that she has as a player. You know, that's why I approached her to play, was for shots like that and for times like these. So.
The run continues from Calgary to Wausau. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Price, for that follow-up there, and Chris's frankness about Vicky's intensity on the ice. So with that, we're going to wrap up. Thanks again, Christine McMakin, for joining us. We'll be here again tomorrow, and I'll take it back to Joel in the booth.
Thanks, Dean, and thanks, Christina, for joining us on the stream. Chris PLYS and Vicky Persinger move on to the semis, along with Madison Bear and Stapera, and the rest of the teams are playing. There's quarterfinals tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., so come back and we'll see you on the stream tomorrow morning.